still need an Annie. I was trying to trade it for that, but no one was biting. Maybe I'll try again. I got like forests now. So this game will be like a ghost town for about 2 hours now, because no one... Oh, I should put the goal in there as well. Never mind.
Good day. Good day.
am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Good evening.
What do you need?
Was that the pallet that came in before and stole the Diablo kill? I don't think it is.
stay a while and listen.
Greetings.
That just dropped off Diablo, didn't it? I better keep that. I can have 45 life, that can, I think. Not exactly swimming in funds for perfect gems, though.
Good day.
Afternoon.
demolition.
Hello.
I seem to have lots of luck when it comes to 20 lifers, but not so much when it comes to res. I had to buy most of my res, unfortunately. Again, something else that people overprice obscenely. For playing 5 all res, people asking ridiculous stuff. Maybe just, you know, must have missed a couple of ladders, I guess. But I don't think I did. I think this ladder is just way out of whack. Yeah, a little bit. I haven't really been doing the areas where I've been doing bail, so you know, I probably should. I just can't right now. I just can't be bothered. I found a low rune yesterday. It was literally 10 minutes after you went off. Meth dropped it. Yeah. So I'm seeing if anyone will bite for sell me a crappy Annie, you know, but they're not so far. So I think I might just make a fortitude. Well, not really. I mean, the only thing that appealing really would be Doom, a Doom War Spike, because I'd still be able to wear that Nightwings then, which I spent a bit of money on. Because the Doom's the one with the Holy Freeze aura, that uses a low rune, but it also uses an Omen, a Cham, so it's like, you know. The best option would be just to make a fortitude for the Merc, really. But that's what low runes are quite, you know, people want them at the moment specifically for that, so they can make their 40s, you know, for non-ladder. But as yet, no one's willing to give up an Annie for it, plus a few ists. I wouldn't even care if it was like 10, 10, 5. I just want the extra skill and a little bit of extra res, so I can take that out and put that facet in. But no one's biting. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, you know, the Windy's got stuff that, you know, is cold damage anyway, isn't it? The Hurricane and Tornado, they do cold damage. So, you know, it's going to be a good setup. I don't know, you know, I mean, if I replace Rift with Doom, it'd literally be just the Holy Freeze aura adding cold damage to my kicks. But it would do a lot of damage. Be fast application of the cold damage for sure. There's no crushing blow on it, is there? It's just, isn't it, deadly strike and open wounds on there? Be great for chucking blades. But I don't tend to do that. So, you know. You'll have to excuse me if my aim's a little off. I'm trying out. I'm switching between mice and I'm trying out this ergo one that I can return by the company called Vaxi. They're originally Zowie, and then they split off. Nice mouse, but I just can't get used to ergo, you know. It throws me off a bit. But I paid for it and it's sitting there, so I figured I'd better give it a shot. I went through a phase over lockdown of trying out loads. I've tried about 20 mice over the last year. In front of me I've got the G Pro wireless, which is an expensive mouse. I ended up getting it free though. The Zowie S2 and this Vaxi outset. That's the three I'm using at the moment. But I tried a bunch over lockdown because I play a lot of shooters, see, and it's, you know, I got bored of my old mouse, which I was playing perfectly fine with, but I hurt my wrist and found that it was causing me a bit of pain because of the shape. So then I went on this like mega journey, and it's just like I haven't settled since. A bit frustrating, to be honest. But the S2 is good. And that was relatively cheap considering. I mean, I say relatively because, you know, they're ridiculous prices now, mice. The S2 was relatively bargain at like £60. This Vaxi was about the same price, but the G Pro wireless is like 110, 120 quid. But I got it free through a kind of through a loophole. I bought a used one from Amazon, and it developed. It had like a fault. Where the button would disconnect even though it was still held down. And because I bought it off Amazon Warehouse, I knew I would have to return it, get a refund and buy another one. So instead I reached out to Logitech. And you know, they asked for a bunch of... I had to, I remember I had to take a photo with the mouse upside down showing the serial number, and I had to write the serial number on a bit of paper with like the day's date, you know, like a ransom. Sent that to them, and then they just sent me a brand new one, and they said, don't worry about the old one, just keep it in case you need spare parts or something. But the old one was still within the return period on Amazon, so I just returned it and got my 100 quid back. So I got a brand new free G Pro wireless. That's, you know, good customer service from Logitech, if you ask me. It's a great mouse, but I think I prefer the Zowie
Good to see you.
a bit more. people use that? I don't think people even use that, do they? Black oak.
What do you need?
Yeah, my previous, I used the Logitech G203, which is like the cheaper version of the G Pro. I used that for about 2 years. I had a couple of them, I had backups, but then I hurt my wrist and the shape wasn't, you know, so I thought I'd try some other mice. And I've, you know, pretty much been switching ever since. I think the Zowie S2 is probably the one, even though it's wired, I seem to aim quite well with it, like very naturally. Whereas like this Vaxi, because it's ergonomic, I tend to have to almost hold it in like a palm grip, which doesn't come quite so naturally, you know.
I can't carry anymore.
One thing I will say about this kind of ergo shape, which is a bit like, this Vaxi is shaped a bit like the Zowie EC2. It's weird, it's hard to explain. It's like with this, I feel like I'm aiming the cursor, you know, like with my finger. Whereas, so it's like I'm aiming the cursor. Like if it was a crosshair, I'd be aiming the center of the crosshair, if you see what I mean. But with ambidextrous mouse, it feels like I'm aiming the crosshair so the center ends up over the target, which sounds like it's the same thing, but it isn't. It's very hard to explain. Either way is good, but I need that. I can cube a lem now.
I can't.
Yeah. You know, it's all about lightweight stuff now. I mean, the new final mouse is like 40 grams. It's ridiculously light. But there's something to be said for balance, you know. I mean, you can have 40 grams, but if it's not balanced, I'd rather have... The S2 is about 86 grams, but it actually feels lighter than the G Pro Wireless, which is about 79 grams. And it feels lighter because it's just better balanced. But yeah, these days, you know, wireless is pretty good, so... I think as the technology gets cheaper, we won't see many wired mouse now from now on, you know. Except at the lower end of the budget, you know. Logitech basically changed everything. yeah, I paracoded my mice, so, to get that kind of wireless feeling. But that brings its own problems, because if you use a low sensitivity, the paracode can end up on your underneath your mouse, like. I think they already have something like that. Kind of. I mean, I think I'm still working from home, but I don't know the situation there because I haven't spoke to work in a week or so. So I've been off sick for a month plus. So even if we were back in the office, I wouldn't be there anyway. But yeah, I was still working from home. Been over, like a year. But I believe the pubs opened for indoor trade this week. I think yesterday, maybe. I don't know. I don't watch television, so I don't really keep up with things. But yes, gradually restrictions are easing. We'll see how that goes, eh? What about where you are? Did he fall down that? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Thought he could escape. But I've got shurikens. I mean, we still have to wear masks in stores and things like that. I mean, the UK has like one of the highest death rates in Europe, one of the highest infection rates, and one of the highest death rates. So they eased the restrictions and then they had to put them back in place. So we still have to wear masks indoors. I've had my first dose of the vaccine. I haven't had the second. So yeah, it was pretty bad. It's something like 100,000 deaths, which when you figure the size of it, it's probably quite a lot more than that now. That was, months ago. It was 100,000. Everybody's blaming the Prime Minister, but from what I could see, and from my experience, it's just idiots that didn't obey the rules. Everything was very clear. Stay indoors, don't meet up with people. It's not rocket science, but people couldn't stick to it. It made me sick, to be honest. And then they moan and bitch, oh, the NHS is dying. Oh, they've cut money to the NHS again. It's like, well, remember when you were told to stay indoors to save the NHS? And you didn't? Well, what makes you any different? So yeah, it's all still a bit, you know, 50-50 here.
Thanks.
Piss off. Honestly, I hate this boss so much. Is that the real barrel I'm kicking? No, it's not. If I use my traps, he teleports away, see? If I don't use them, he teleports away. It's like, you know. What's my chance to hit? 79. I thought I had 80. Uh, 79. I found a bunch of attack rating charms, but like, you know, grand charms like 100 plus attack rating. Thought maybe I'd chuck them in, but I just haven't got room for them, you know.
Yes. At your service.
That dropped from Diablo, that's why I'm keeping it. But this Skulders can go. I wouldn't use it. You know, to trade it though, for sure. I've had a couple of Reapers drop for me from Diablo and gave them a good run through. But yeah, with Drax, you have to choose one or the other, really. Do you want to be, you know, if you want to make the most of their potential.
Good evening.
And to be honest, Drax keep him alive quite well. Really, Reapers would only be it'd help a lot on Bale, but stop him, you know, teleporting around. But yeah, elsewhere, I'd rather have the mana, you know, from inside. Right, so I've done everywhere that I want to do. I mean, Traverans, they're not, you know, I could go without insight there easily because the damage to mana from the, you know, the Hydra's hitting me all the time. My mana just doesn't drop. So I don't need insight there at all. And to be honest, Trav just, yeah, not too much of a problem on this. Right, let's try. What have I got? I got girl. I'll throw in the girl and see if anyone bites. No one's going to take that trade, are they? See, people need these lows, so he's offering. Right, so that's 10 ist in there. So 10 ist was, yeah, it's about right. But you'd think that if I'm offering 10 ist, 14 ist with the girl, 50, you'd think I should be able to get a crap Annie for 15 ist, shouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? I know. I don't know what the hell's going on, to be honest. But even people have been charging like 2 jar rooms for even like just middling ones, you know. But I'll happily take like a 10, 10, 5. I don't care. Just want completion, really, you know. But if I can't get one, I'll make a fortitude. You know. Just put a 15 IAS jewel in his. Oh no, it won't work, will it? You need 20, don't you? Whatever, he doesn't need attack speed. Needs hit recovery is, you know, important. And there's no hit recovery on fortitude, is there? Yeah. See, that's the only time my Merc dies here, is when it's conviction. What is going on here, man? Is he mana burn, is he? So I can't cast my traps, is it? Yeah. Which one is it? Which one's mana burn? You, is it? So. Oh, piss off. Okay, so I take back what I said. The only time I have problems with mana is when there's some arsehole mana burn cunt. So yeah, obviously, you know, if I was using Last Wish, my Merc wouldn't have died there because Life Tap would have activated like straight away and saved him. But you know, we're supposed to do there Conviction, mana burn. You know, your Merc's gonna die, ain't he? Maybe I will make. Do you know what? Maybe I will make the 40 for him. Probably would make a difference then.
I can't carry anymore.
Greetings. Yes.
What do you say? What does he mean? Why? Why? Oh, oh. I don't understand. People don't read. Yeah. Bye, you dipshit. So yeah, and like you know, earlier I made a room and it was like, you know, I put offer, low, need read, and then in description I put offer low ists blah 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 need anni, and people just weren't reading and just coming in and offering me like shit for the low rune, you know. One guy offered me like an ohm, and then like some pulls and some lems. It's just like, what are you thinking, you know? Oh, my Merc is dead, isn't he? Has this guy got it the wrong way around as well? If he says need norm game, I know I'm in. Is he got it the... Everything. Is that everything I can chuck in there? You watch this. He's gonna laugh in my face. See? Fucking jar runes. Oh, he's gone. I mean, I don't mind. I'll throw my SOJ in because I can live without that. You know, in fact, a mana leech ring would probably be better. But it's just crazy, isn't it? So he didn't even say what stats the anni was. You know. I don't know about the grief. People at this point in the ladder, people want it for making fortitude because it's a ladder only rune word, and they want to make nice ethereal fortitudes for their mercs for non-ladder. You know, that's why people want them. Again, see, my teleporter's gone. Every time I trade, my teleport disappears for some bizarre reason. I never noticed that happening before. Very strange. Oh yeah, this happened earlier as well. This guy was offering, because I had a Mara's and it was 22 res. And a guy was offering 24 for an ist, which is like good. So I went in, and then he actually offered me a Nightwings Andes, a 45 res Sacred Targe, and this for like 2 ist. And I was really tempted, but I didn't have space, and I didn't want to have to trade the stuff, so I said no, just the Maras. So I gave him an ist for this, and then someone else came in the trade game, obviously needing the Maras. So I clicked trade on them, put my 22 in the window, and they gave me an ist. So basically I traded my 22 for a 24 and didn't lose out, you know, which I was quite pleased about. It worked out well. In reality, I probably could have got 2 ist for mine. So yeah, I think the free mouse is slightly better, because thinking about it now, I could have got 2 ist for mine. So I did lose a little bit, but you know, really I should have paid 3 ist for that. So it all evens out, you know. Jar runes. I bet it wasn't even that good an anni either. It was like, you know, those jar runes. So basically, what he's saying is even the lowest anni, because like I think a jar is still 20 ists plus. It's probably still around 25 ists. 28. So I've basically got half the required amount for just any anni. That's what he's saying. He's saying a jar rune. An anni is like minimum a jar rune. You know, it's just, this ladder has just been ridiculous. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like it just weird prices non-stop. It's because all the people after Resurrected was announced, all these people came back and it's all screwed up. So, I think if I find a soul and a doll, I might just spring for a ethereal armor and make fortitude. I don't like treading water, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, there will be bots that will work, for sure. It's just it'll be easier to like get rid of those people because they'll need a BattleNet account. It's going to be one of these, is it? Yeah, but assassin torch is always, you know, low torches are cheap. So I only paid an rune for it, you know. I wonder if this guy misread. Okay. Okay. Looking good, isn't it? What's he offering? I'll take that. Sweet as. Sweet as a nut. Tick the box, my man. Thank you, my man. There we go. That'll do me. So you were right. Now I'm broke again. But at least now I can respec and I can kind of build around that. and I don't have to like think about it then. So 14. Right, let's just make a new game so people don't come in. So I think I can. Yeah. I'm still not quite there. So I need to add 2 to each of those. So that would be 71, that would be 70, that would be 76, and that would be 46. If I took the out of there and put the facet in. So they wouldn't be maxed, but they'd be quite good. I don't know, it might be worth just getting a mana leech resistance ring instead of the SOJ. Right, so I got 14 more rays. Because I want that in my shield, really. So my lightning would still be maxed, but everything else would be under 75. Just not much. It'd be 71, 70, 75, 46. Which is not bad, is it? That's only if I keep that charm in as well. Might be worth it to get the extra damage on.
The Order welcomes you.
I need a hell of a room to do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, it's a shame I had to get rid of that gull. I was, I kind of wanted to roll another. I know. I mean, you know, it'd be an extra 5% minus res, which will make a big difference. But it's been nice having maximum res for a change. Chaos has been pretty easy. Oh yeah, I can cube. Right, okay. Let's I'll put down a mule with the other one then. Keep that. That. Right. See if I can get guess like right first time. I think that is topaz. Yeah. Right, this is amethyst. Yeah. Now then, I think that. Oh, it's one of those two. Let's try that. Ah, damn. Okay. So that is that. No, it's not. What is it then? Is it a ruby? Yeah, there we go. Sure. Alright, I need a soul rune. Right. I think I'm just gonna do it anyway. I think I'm just gonna pop it in there. There's no good sitting there, is it? My res will be good. It just won't be perfect. So yeah, it's good. In fact, my fire res is, you know, I was doing chaos for like 33 fire res, so that's not going to be a problem. Cold, I've got some absorb. Poison sucks, but I could always hang about. Aha. Say keep those. Poison's not so important, is it? Oh yeah. Do you have to inject yourself as well? Or do you have one of those things that you attach to yourself, like an electronic drip thing? Oh. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Okay, it's fine. 18. Two. Don't really need to respec. In fact, what is it? 11? Yeah, that's perfect. In fact, gives me options. I just take those off and not have to worry about the fact that I built that 11 strength in. 63, yeah, good. I don't need to respec. Not until I'm truly fed up with Blade Shield, anyway. Right. Mana burn again. Yeah, but I had to give up some space to max fire. And keep lightning maxed. But we'll get there. It's because I'm using crappy grand charms. What I need is some better, you know. But which I can do now. The last, you know, I tried to trade for one and the guy had like a 14 all-res grand charm. But he wanted a Vex for it and I didn't want to give it up at the time. But it probably would be next on my list now. Unless I find something that I can, you know, trade for infinity. But it seemed to me like I was doing more damage there. The extra strength will boost kicks a bit anyway. And the extra skill point will boost the attack rating and the damage. But I think I noticed the extra cold damage. We'll see. Chaos is where I'll find out. That's noticeable, actually. So, got fucking conviction again, have they? Unreal.
Thanks.
Come on, then.
I can't carry anymore.
See, that's the thing about having to give it 8 slots. I can't just check the res on like the bigger shields, you know. They do, these council guys do tend to have spawn with it though. That and physical immune and mana burn sometimes all in one go. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. Can I fit that? I can.
Stay a while and listen.
We'll see now on a river of flame.
What do you need?
How much of a difference it makes. cube that. Do you know what? Maybe I did, because you know that a war spike is the best weapon for Doom on a Sin, and I just traded my low. So maybe I did piss them off, and now they're taunting me. If that had dropped before I traded it, I would have kept the low, and I would have made it. You know, it would have traded for a charm and an ohm, and made Doom. Typical, innit? Mind you, he would still have to get 5 sockets from them. I don't know if without a socket quest, that's a gamble. What was it for Doom? What was it? It's a low charm and a... They're not expensive though, really. They're like, what, 4 or 5 ists? Cham. Mind you, prices the way they are now, you can't tell really. Helps when I drop my traps, doesn't it? So I keep forgetting.
I can't carry him.
I think that extra facet is noticeable. It just gives that extra, it's like I'm getting the killing blow with the orbs, whereas I wasn't before, you know.
I am overburdened.
Is that Sure Shell Frost? It is, isn't it? I was check because I get confused between that and Barana's. Yeah, it's you know, it covers the loss of the reason I started using it. Well, the reason I stuck with it is because I preferred having mana, so I preferred insight on the merc. But he was, you know, obviously he didn't have such good survivability without the Reapers, and the orb kind of makes up for that. It slows everything down, and you know, anyone that's ever played an orb sork knows how powerful orb is. The listed damage is per shard, and you get, you know, I'm seeing even one kick sequence of like 6 kicks. I'm seeing like 3, you know, 2 or 3 orbs in one sequence with no cast time. You know, it's just a shame that I can't. It's hard to sweet spot them, you know. But yeah, it's a massive, you know, physical immunes just aren't a problem. And I think it just edges out Azarath, because Azarath doesn't have the crowd control element, you know. And you can't really expand on Azarath the way you can with this, you know, with the facets and the Nightwings. The tornadoes are awesome as well. Love it. I think the most fun for me was when my merc had like at the what's it called? The bone hue, and he was firing off bone spears. So you had the orb, and you had my traps, and you had everything, and the tornadoes, and and bone spears as well. It looked fantastic. Yeah, I think the extra -5 res is it is noticeable. You know, because it's basically cold mastery, isn't it? It's like having points in cold mastery. I'd even be tempted to try a cold Ormus with another facet on this, and go back to using Dragonflight, you know. I think it'd be like pretty damaging. That's better. That is better. So that bodes well for Lister's mob as well, doesn't
I
it?
can't carry anymore.
Not even death can save you.
I think my merc might die here. No, I got life tap activated almost immediately. Okay. That fell faster as well. Yeah, so I think it was a good idea to do it. Plus it looks nice as well, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not going to be leveling up anytime soon. So I got to die on this one and level on this one. It's looking like quite good now, quite complete. You know,
Good day.
he needs a bit of work, but you know, he's just there to carry that aura for me, really. Just need to re-roll that a couple of times and get a better roll. But what I noticed was I've already rolled it a couple of times. I got 13, then I got 14, then back to 12. This one's got the lowest critical strike roll of all the ones I've rolled, but the highest enhanced damage. And the enhanced damage is what's really noticeable. It like makes a huge difference. So I think it might actually be the most important stat. I always felt, you know, critical was the important one. But I think in the absence of that, the enhanced damage is what matters. I am gonna socket that. I'm gonna cube it and see what I get. Yeah, 17 aura, 6 crits. I'm not sure about the damage. I think it might be 250. Actually, let me just have a quick look. But you know, you don't really notice a difference between 17 and 12 anyway. Not when you're wearing like a, you know, when you've got a CTA and you're wearing a Stone of Jordan, do you know what I mean? Mana burn, maybe a tiny bit noticeable, but so I've never felt the meditation to be the most important stat on it. Uh, 260 it goes up to. The damage. So that's not a bad roll. But when I've got the runes, I'll re-roll it again, obviously. You know, you want it as good as it can be. But yeah, he's got no leech. He's purely relying on my life tab, and he's been okay so far. Yeah, that'll do. It's a shame I can't fit these lifers in. I mean, I could if I just used the cube, but I like to have a bit of space, you know. I could do it if I got rid of the gates. Could fit one lifer in down there. But I think I'd rather have the gates on, to be honest. And then life. All those are self-found. They all dropped for me. All those lifers. Yeah. Right. How did I know he was going to cast out damage? Who's got might? Is it? It's him, is it? Who is it? That was a fun one. Ah, maybe it was him.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Okay, I've got some picking up to do here then, haven't I?
Good to see you.
Afternoon.
It's a shame there's so many cold immunes, really. I do, yeah. Yeah, usually every time. I was skipping it for some of this evening. So I just couldn't be bothered. It's just a pain in the ass to find sometimes. And sometimes I'm just feeling lazy, you know. But,
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
right, so she was cast level 20 there, look. Level 20 shadow. With like 2 points in the skill. It's not too bad, is it?
Stay a while and listen.
At your service.
Yeah, I mean, often what I do is I work my way down from the Frigid Highlands all the way down back to town. That's a good run. I enjoy doing that. You get some good sock dipples doing that. So yeah, I do that chaos. Pits. I was doing the pits a lot, but you know, again, it's like kind of. I don't bother so much now. A lot of cold immunes, and the density isn't that good in there. It is on the second level, but you know, I'd rather do Frigid Highlands than Pits, to be honest. But yeah, Ancient Tunnels. Let's do it, because I haven't done it today. I hate those leapers. I think they're really annoying. And quite often they bugged us. I don't know if you play a Sork much, but if they hit you and your frozen armor would get the killing blow. Yeah, they don't die. Yeah, then they just chase you around. It's something to do with your frozen armor, it is. And I guarantee you that'll be resurrected, because most people don't even, they just tell you to the next objective to get to like Chaos and Bale fast enough. You know, don't really care. So it's not really a known bug, is it? See, this is why I don't. Where is it? There it is. I found an Ohm rune once from one of those urns, so ever since I kick them all open, you know. Quite as dense as it normally is. See, when they froze then, that was my Shadow Master that did that. She must have some hit freezes gear on. Because I don't think any of her skills do that.
Impossible.
Oh. I've got a 3-socket phase blade on a mule, because in case I wanted to make Crescent Moon again. I don't really need another.
You.
Good day.
Did I kill Jury? I did. Did I do Diablo? I did. New Andy? I didn't. Great thing about teleport is it, you know, you're instantly a boss runner as well as a, you know, area clear. I didn't get one orb proc then. Sometimes that happens, you know. But that one procced off, when I tellied in then, one procced off my blade shield. What, through the ancient tunnels? Yeah, I mean it depends on the layout, you know. I forget to drop Death Sentry quite a lot since I started using Rift. It's funny thing Death Sentry is like the more monsters there are, the more effective it is, you know.
possible.
Oh, I've got far too many Jews now. Yeah, the slow is, you know, it's a major part of cold in this game, isn't it? I think Doom would be an awesome weapon. You wouldn't have so much. It wouldn't be so much area to it. But I think, you know, Holy Freeze Aura with -60, and then so I'd have -70 plus an extra 20%. Well, no, an extra 25%. I think Doom would work like amazingly well. But there's a few things on it that are kind of wasted. This weapon's much more elegant for kicks. Doom is more of an all-round, you know, the enhanced damage doesn't apply to your kicks when it's on your weapon. So it'd be more of a shuriken. It'd do wonders for the shurikens. I could just stand in, take bosses down like that, you know. But I don't have the low anymore, so it's all moot. But there might still be something I can do with this, with that war spike. Depends how many sockets it gets.
Good evening. Hello.
I don't know the stats on those. They're only cheap anyway, aren't they? Blade shield's actually starting to grow on me. With battle command, I get 2 minutes out of it now. Or do I? Let's have a look. No, well, almost 2 minutes. Which isn't too bad, is it? Might keep it. Yeah. I could maybe even pump it a bit more. Take Fade and Venom out, but I don't really want to do that. But maybe I could take some points out of. And I could get away with taking out 4 points out of Dragon Talon. But I don't think there's any points really at the moment. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how much longer I'll be on. I'm probably going to take a break soon. But yeah, no worries. No problem. Couple more runs. Cube that. What haven't I done in this game? Done Andy. Did Tunnels. Did Meth. Did Travi. world stone. I suppose we have to do it, don't we? Oh. Okay. Good night. Take it easy. That was a useful poison shrine. Last thing I want is poison while I'm fighting souls. So that was nice of the Diablo 2 gods. Honestly,
I can't carry anymore.
it doesn't know the meaning of the word fairness, this game sometimes, does it? Give me anything for my trouble? No, it's not, is it? Except poisoned and amped. That's what I get for my trouble. And not just any poison, the kind that chews through you at a rate of knots, even though you got, you know, decent.
Good afternoon.
Stay a while.
I mean, imagine just reaching like you know, the world stone and questing and you know, walking into that. Oh, if that had sockets, it'd be alright. Shame. Shame, 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 shame on you. That you can't dance to.
overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
More souls, probably. Yeah, there they are. Pop them. Physical immunes, decrepify, amp damage. This run has got all my favourite things. For them in chaos, thank you very much. Another curse, come on. I'll take Amber with Decrepify, to be honest. Decrepify just is such a pain in the ass. Unless I'm casting it, then it's really nice. Oh, there's a pack there. They're nice to pop. Decrepify. Come on then. Yeah. any more to gratify? Yep. Burst of speed wore off there. I had to gratify and no burst of speed. They're down here as well, are they? Ridiculous. Can't get away from that fuckers. Where's he gone? Where are you going? Here. Just got amped again, did I? It's like a constant state, isn't it? Come on, decrepify me now. No, I can't amp on me. There we go.
Thanks.
I can't carry anymore.
That was noticeable.
I can't.
Oh no. Yeah, that's better. Yes, I think I can safely say that I noticed the extra damage there. Right. Let's see if it makes a difference to Mr. Annoying. When I was hitting this certainly made a difference.
Hello.
15. That's a perfect one, isn't it?